Hello and happy Friday. It's December 6th and you're you're listening to or watching Coffee with Coach Allan. Today is the fifth and final day of this series that we're talking about the information that's in your body that tells your body how to live, how to move, how to do the things, how to perform, uh, and how to survive or thrive. Today's topic is going to be about self-talk. We On Monday we talked about nutrition. Tuesday we talked about movement. Wednesday we talked about sleep. Yesterday we talked about stress levels, and today we're going to talk about something similar to stress levels because it affects us in a very similar way. Is self-talk. Now, almost all of us, I guess I've heard some people don't, but most of us have this inner dialogue. There's a voice in our head, a person there, something there that speaks to us practically all the time. It's a narrative that's going along in our head, helping us to figure things out. So as things are happening, this voice is there to talk us through it, to let us get our feelings and emotions and everything wrapped together and put in a package and put out there for us to know what we're experiencing. So it's an experiential thing, and it's common. I've heard some people don't have this, but I haven't met one yet. So most people do have this inner voice. Now, for most of us, that inner voice is not a nice person. That inner voice often says things to us that are just downright mean. My inner voice, when I was first really thinking through this whole thing and where I was in my world, my inner voice is, I call it the fat bastard. That's exactly who it was. That was exactly what it was to me. It was the fat bastard, and it's still in there. I still have to deal with him on a fairly regular basis. He's still in there, and I have to be aware of that. And so the reason we really want to focus on this inner voice is that our body is listening. This is information for our body. And when your inner voice is telling you you're worthless, when your inner voice is telling you that there's a problem with you, not just a problem, but a problem with you, your body's listening. And again, if your body does not feel safe, you will not lose weight, you will not thrive, you will not get better, you will not heal. So it's really important for us to listen to that inner voice and intercede for the benefit of our body. So when our body tells us that we've done it again, you've screwed up again, you ate the brownies again, you did it again, you do it every time, you always do this, you never do the right thing, you can't do this, all those mean things that we say to ourselves, we need to be aware of that, and we need to intercede, and we need to do something to stop it. Now, the first step in this is the recognition. And so, if you've said something to yourself, you've described yourself a certain way in your head, and it's not what you would say to your best friend, you probably shouldn't be saying it to yourself. So the example was me sitting on the beach and literally just miserable and just disgusted with myself. And I literally called myself the fat bastard. And I thought embracing the fat bastard was the answer. In fact, I started a blog back then. I bought the domain name fatbastard.org. And if you actually go look that up right now, it's going to take you back to my website. But I thought embracing him was the way to solve the problem, because if I could get him on my side, it would solve everything, right? Well, he wasn't on my side. He was consistently looking for ways to make me fail, and he's inside, right in there. And so, what you want to do is, one, recognize that he's in there, she's in there, whatever your voice is. Mine's a guy, obviously. Um, Once you know that's there, then you need to start trying to recognize when they're saying the things that are not appropriate. I look for words like always, never, can't. Those are the core words. Mine will say, you always do this, you never do that. There's several times I've heard it say can't. Uh, and so as you start hearing those mean words, that's when you need to stop it and say, hey, I know that's not true. Okay. I know I don't always do this. And I know I don't never. There's not a never. I do this some. I'm not doing it appropriately right now. If you can get that voice to quell down a bit, then you don't have the self-induced stress that you would otherwise have. Because if you're listening to that voice, it becomes very easy to quit. It becomes very easy to feel the pressure of not being good enough. And there's a whole myriad of studies about where this comes from. Is it trauma that we had when we were kids? Is it things that our parents or other adults, other people we looked up to or cared about said? And there's probably truth to all of that. But the reality is, we can't fix what our parents said to us. We can't fix the mean things that someone may have said to us when we were younger. But we can fix saying it to ourselves. And so my challenge for you with regards to this, and this might be the hardest one to beat, because I'm not even going to admit that I've beaten the fat bastard, but to recognize that you have to be your own best friend. And if you're not on your side, uh, you're in for a world of hurt. You have to be on your own side if you want to be successful at losing weight, at getting yourself stronger, healthier, and fitter. If you want to get to that point, you've got to be on your own side, and that means you've got to beat down that voice. You've got to tell it to hush up. You've got to get it to shut up. And you got to focus on telling yourself the truth. And the truth is you are capable. The truth is you are able. You just have to be willing. Now, one exercise you can do, and I won't go long on this, but one exercise you can do here that's very, very valuable in getting through this self-talk is to do more practice of gratitude. So a practice of gratitude will do a world of good for you, and positive affirmations. Now, a positive affirmation is not just saying something will happen. It's saying it's happened. You already are that person. This is already who you are. I am someone who eats healthy food. I am someone who moves and exercises each day. I am someone who focuses on my health and wellness, and I am worthy of being those things. If you will take the time to do those affirmations, if you will take the time to put in place a gratitude practice, you will beat that voice. You will beat that person, and you will be better off for it. So I hope you enjoyed today's talk. This one's the hardest of the 5, in my opinion. The others are a little bit easier. This one takes the inside work, which is always going to take more effort, more challenge, more time, but it's well worth it. So I hope you have enjoyed this. I hope this whole series was valuable to you. If it is or was, message me. Let me know. Let me know what your takeaways for this, because I really do want to know if you're getting value from these. But go ahead and message me. Let me know what you took away from this. Otherwise, have a great weekend, and I will talk to you on Monday.